What's up everyone? In this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a GitHub repo on Windows and write a hello world program to kind of start that repo. So the first thing you're going to want to do, open up a browser of your choice and go to github.com. And once GitHub loads, I should mention I am on a virtual machine, so bear with me. It's not super fast. So then you're going to want to sign in. So you just sign in with the credentials that you used when you signed up for GitHub. If you haven't created an account, you create an account right here. You know, it's the typical username, email. So I'm going to sign in here. And alright, so once we're signed in, now we want to create a repository. So you see this here because I haven't made a repository before, but the surefire way to go is to go to your repositories and let's do new. And now the repository name, so I'm going to name this Hello World Windows. We'll skip the description. I'll make this public so anyone can see it. I like to add a README. A README basically just, it's like information about your project and what you're doing. I won't do a license here, it doesn't matter, and I won't do a git ignore right now. So I'll just go ahead and create this repository. And now we have our new repo set up right here. So what we're going to want to do to actually, use this, we're going to want to go to code, and then you can use any of these ways to clone it. I've always just used HTTPS. It's super easy. I don't even know if the other ones are easier, maybe, I don't know. So now what I like to do is, let's see here. So let's do a CMD, so command prompt. And once this loads up, all right, here we go. So now we want to do, I'm going to put this, we'll basically decide where we want to put this. Okay, so I want to go into documents, and then here is where I'll do my clone. So git clone, and then paste that link that we had copied from GitHub, the HTTPS. Hit enter, and we should be cloning. All right. So now to check this, if we want to make sure that it did indeed clone, you can go to documents and then you'll see your repo name right here. Right now it should just have the README, yep, because that's the only file in this repo. So now that that is done, the next step is going to be actually making a change. So we want to make a hello world program and upload that into our repo. Alright, so to make a hello world program, I'd open up Visual Studio Code. I do have a video on how to install Visual Studio Code if you don't already have it. Highly recommend this IDE. So now what we want to do, we want to open a folder, right? So you can get there that way, or you can do open folder. And we want to open up our repo. So Hello World Windows, select this folder. And then this will open us up. So we just have the readme.md right now. And yes, I trust the authors, it's me. So now we want to make a new file, right? So I'm just gonna right click within the repo here and click new file. And then this is just gonna be hello_world.py. And all that we want to do is just, so this is just going to be the easiest program ever. So print hello world. Cool. So now let's make sure that this works. So let's see here. So one of the easiest, oops, froze up a little bit there. Okay. So one of the nice things about Visual Studio Code is it does have terminal integration. So you can just open up a terminal within your IDE. And you can use different terminals. So right now this is using PowerShell. You can also use CMD, Git Bash. Those are the 3 most popular terminals, but I'm sure that there's other ones out there as well. So this is pretty slow to open, but once this terminal does start, then we can run this program, right? Oh, okay. So another thing that I do really like to do with Visual Studio, autosave. I'm sorry, Visual Studio Code, autosave. This makes your life a lot easier. At first I was hesitant to do it, but autosave makes it so much easier, so then you don't end up with trying to run an unsaved file that you've made changes to. So this is automatically saved now. So what I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna check that I have Python. I already showed the install video, so I should have Python, but just to double check what the command is to run a Python command. Wow, this is incredibly slow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Python. I believe it's Python 3 is my command. Okay, so that took a really long time. But my command here is Python, right? So when I type Python -- version, it gave me Python 3.11.3. So what I'm gonna want to do is type Python and then the file name, so hello world.py, and that is what actually executes. So then it prints the hello world, so our program works as intended. So now we want to upload this, right? We want to put it onto our repo, right? Our hello world repo. So you'll notice that we do have one pending change, and this is the hello world.py. And the way to add this to our repo, so we do git add and then dot. The dot just means to add all of the pending changes, which in this case is just this file. Then we want to do git commit -m, and then in quotes, this is your commit message. So I'm going to say adding hello world program, and then end the quote. And then we'll do git push. And most likely this isn't going to work because I haven't configured. I haven't configured my global username, so my email and username. But I'm just going to go ahead and try this and see if it gives me yes, this is actually what I wanted. So this is the GitHub sign in. So I'm going to sign in with the browser. And this is pretty much just going to be like an authentication. It should just open up my browser and then have me sign in there. So yes, so I'm going to go ahead and authorize the Git ecosystem, and then we'll get redirected to an authorizer, an authorized application. Oh, okay, so that actually was the authorization, I believe. So now if I do a git push, everything up to date. Okay. Okay, so it's a little challenging sometimes to get your first push. Once you actually do get it set up on your machine, it works very consistently. So I'm going to try to do the config. So I'm going to do the config user.email. So this is just my GitHub email, which is just what I used to sign up to GitHub, like that. And then let's do the git config global username, and then this would be, I'll use my the username that I gave to GitHub when I signed up. Okay, so now let's try again. So I'm going to do git add dot, and that should actually do nothing. But here, let's do git commit -m, adding hello world program. Okay, there we go. And then now we want to do the git push, and this should hopefully, there we go. So that is what a push looks like. So now if we head back over to our browser and take a look at GitHub, at our repo, do a refresh, and we should see, there it is, our hello world.py program. So a little bit sticky there. It was a good refresher, honestly, for me on how to do this, but I hope you stuck with me, and I hope this made sense. As always, thank you for watching. I know that this video is a little rough around the edges, but I wanted to show you that the development process, it isn't always smooth sailing, right? I mean, I've done this before and I still struggle to do it again sometimes. So thanks for watching once again. And I do have a Discord server if you're interested in joining. It's a great place to ask questions or chat with other Python developers. And once again, thanks for watching.